It is a dark time for England.
Help, I can't see. Turn the lights on.
It is the reign of Queen Elizabeth.
Good blimey, Struth Gov.
Not her, the first one.
Gadzooks, or Bodkins.
That's better. Yes, according to the Penguin History of England, though what penguins know about it beats me, I don't see why they couldn't have got a proper historian like A.J.P. Taylor.
Get on with it.
Yes, according to the Penguin History of England, the unemployment rate is the highest ever known. A harsh poor law and the re-establishment of workhouses is introduced by a caring parliament in an attempt to relieve the problem.
When was this?
1597.
Ooh, sounds more recent than that.
No, it just seems like it. Yes, throughout the ages, the dedicated members of Parliament have regularly assembled to confront and to solve the vital issues of the day. Because, tonight, it's time once again for Inside the House, the show that takes you inside the hallowed halls of Westminster's high-rise House of Commons. It's so real, you can always feel you're there.
Well, last week we saw how Tony got wedged in a tight place and how the Welsh nationalists held their AGM in a local phone box. Then, one day... And I say to you... in no uncertain terms, that we must reach a decision about the pornography bill. I say pay it! Well, welcome to Parliament, and believe me, you are. Today's mass debate is on pornography. I believe the House is just coming to the end of its mumbling, so let's rejoin them here in the House.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but here on Radio Commons it's time for a
Radio Commons time check. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing Crosby.
Yes, well, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Barry, but here in the House, in a dramatic scene, an MP has just crossed the floor. Poor fool thinks his broadcast is in stereo.
Thank you, Barry. Now back to the live action, which tonight features edited highlights of the finance bill, with the Conservatives playing across the House from left to right, and for those of you watching in black and white, they are in the blue shirts. Your political commentator is David Dustman.
Man's a paint!
In this budget we intend, and not because of the forthcoming general election alone, and I might say that we intend it all along, that this finance bill will be, I hope, the most effective finance bill we can at this moment in time make.
Well, let's just break off there for a second time and read a letter from a viewer, a Mrs. Betty Windsor of Sandringham, Norfolk, who says, and I quote, "I think your parliamentary broadcasts are fake. I think they're all done by AI." Well, Betty, it's just not true. Really, it's the Royal Shakespeare Company. Hope that answers your question.
Sorry to butt in there, Barry, but in a dramatic scene here at the Commons, a rather large Liberal MP has risen from their front bench, and the rest of the party have fallen off the other end. Barry.
Thanks, Sue.
Thanks, Barry.
Thanks, Sue.
Thanks, Barry.
No, thank you, Sue.
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Oh, come on. You were just fantastic.
I bet you say that to all newsreaders.
No, I really mean it. You were great. Was it good for you too?
Yes, I felt...
Well, I'm sorry to butt in there on your conversation, Sue and Barry, but unless you want the whole country to know about your dirty, deviant sexual habits, I think we'd better return to the House. Dayman?
There's too much sex and filth about these days. Wait, well, we wanted to stop.
Sir James, how does the Conservative Party view these events?
How should I know? I'm a Liberal.
Go with the flow, eh? Well, the opposition spokesman is about to rise. Yes, he's rising now.
Too much baking powder?
Yes, I think so.
Well, what do you think of this new bill?
You what?
I was talking to Barry, not you, Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Well, Bill, I'd like to bring Barry in here.
I've told you, we don't want to know about the squalid details of your private life.
I'd still like to bring Barry in here.
Not unless he talks about politics.
Can't I talk about sheep collecting?
No, this is a political broadcast and we want only politics.
I've written something about politics. I did it this morning. That is, writing at breakfast.
It explains the cornflakes packet, does it?
Yes.
Better read it out then.
Yes, tonight, discover which MPs ask the least questions and therefore do the least work. Find out the petty and puerile things they spend all year squabbling about while ignoring the vital problems of the day. And what about the money they waste? Find out just why the differences in party politics mean more to them than the good of the country as a whole. As you listen to them, try and defend their pathetic and puerile attitudes on television by never giving a straight answer to a straight question. Find out about the corruption in government from the people who invented it, the House of Lords, and what really happens on the backbenches after an all-night sitting. See how they lose vast sums of public money against all odds. Invent your own version of the truth, and why not? After all, they've been doing it for years. Find out about the next general election. Will there ever be one? Will a coalition government work, or will they not bother like at present? And can you really blame John Smith for trying to escape? And what about a puppet government? I mean, people have made a mess of it. Could puppets do any worse? These are just some of the questions we intend to ask in our exciting new 897-part investigation series, which probes...
Yes, thank you. Next, please. Right, there were these two victuals at the court of Philip of Spain, see, and this navigator comes in and, yes, next please, we'll let you know. I think we're using the wrong obsolescent 16th century political gags.
You mean the bit about paralleling modern and Tudor Elizabethan unemployment?
Yes.
Well, I don't understand it either.
Okay, we'll pass it off as satire then.
I'll buy that.
It's not you buying it I'm worried about. It's the TV company.